All right. This is important. Now listen to what this man says. I'll turn it this way. Start over. Okay, this is Dan Winter. This show is on right now. When I was talking about the same stuff, because it's taken me a long time to unlearn some shit and to figure some shit out. But listen to what he says.
Steer when you get in a lucid dream, are you? So, gee, it's a threat to national security, but also you can't steer when you're dreaming or when you're dead unless you know. There's some more physics, the more you can steer your plasma. So, the guy had a beautiful picture there, there's no question. And doing that in plasma, one example is the reason the mercury vortex doped with iron and mercury in the Nazi Belhabu, that's the reason it made gravity. And the fact that they didn't admit in Western physics why that works is the reason the Nazis almost took over the solar system after they kicked Admiral Byrd's ass out of South America.
When you say Hanabu, sorry Dan, when you say Hanabu, you're referring to the initial models that the Nazis allegedly developed, correct?
Well, yeah, they took what they got from Ray Orsic and studying the Domana, and it was a fine iron powder doped mercury, famous red liquid. And that vortex could then have the inertial density and the magnetic flux density to magnetically implode or magnetically phase conjugate. And, we made a small amount of gravity with the water vortex, but we know that we have the equations. It's at fractalfield.com/propulsion. And the thing is, it's only a short step to knowing how you make gravity with a vortex. Now, Schauberger did it, and the American military didn't. And guess the American military almost lost the solar system because of that stupidity of not knowing that a vortex makes gravity. Fortunately, the Galactic Federation has survived and kicked out the Dark Fleet, the Nazis. But that's another story. But the point is, we cannot keep keeping this secret from public education of why an object falls to the ground just because the military might want
Nobody
to know.
Nobody knows.
But everybody needs to know.
Nobody knows.
Do these plasma compression fusion devices have anything to do potentially with something called the Schringer effect?
I've heard of that. Describe?
Sure. Let me pull up very quickly a definition of the Schringer effect because I want to ensure that I'm not a scientist or physicist or engineer or anything close to that. The Schrodinger effect.
Oh, the Schrodinger.
No, excuse me, yes.
Well, the Schrodinger effect, the Schrodinger's equations are well known, but then based on Golden ratio indirectly. And what I can say, I don't know exactly, but what I can say is that
Schrodinger's
when
cat.
conventional physics describes action at a distance, which they recognize has to exist, they commonly say you do entanglement and you produce an Einstein-Rosen bridge. What they don't know is that entanglement effective is what phase conjugation is, and they don't know that an Einstein-Rosen bridge is a longitudinal ray because they don't know what a gravity wave is.
So there you go. And they don't. This guy does. They have the stuff, but they don't incorporate it or teach it. And mind control. And then mind control over the population. Because if people would just know this and it's not hidden, and they don't tell you what gravity is. Nobody knows what gravity is. Just saying.